This is your main man RJ from the Ringside Rant, heard only on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. So go over and subscribe across all your major platforms, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and Stitcher to hear every great interview I have every Monday on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. Go over and follow the show's page on Twitter @_Ringside Rant. Follow the network's page @BizWrestleNet. And, as always, embrace the vision.
If you like podcasts and you are listening to on Backbreaker Media, then you should listen to me, Chris Parrish,
and myself, Manoyan,
and the Sounds of Struggle, because we are literally the most entertaining duo you'll ever come across in Western Canadian wrestling, baby.
We talk about things like wrestling
and other sports we like.
Wrestling.
But we won't talk about other sports that we don't like, because it's not that kind of podcast.
Like wrestling.
I mean, we like hockey.
And wrestling.
And we like football.
And wrestling.
And we also like to drink beer.
While wrestling.
Well, not while wrestling, but while watching wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to get into a conversation with Maniac and Chris Parrish, then you need to tune into the Sounds of Struggle live on Backbreaker Media.
Every Thursday.
It's when we hope to drop, but sometimes Mike Malawany doesn't do his job right.
Or we're too drunk to forget.
Yeah, that happens too.
Yeah.
He can bleep out the swear word, because we weren't supposed to do that.
Oh,
but
I'll try not to swear. I can't do it.
Yeah. Let's face it, the two of us, we're real.
And spectacular.
And we're a little bit of all right.
Yeah.
We're also strugglicious.
That we are.
That was kind of the key. We're supposed to be strugglicious.
Oh, sorry, I'm drunk.
Yeah. So, if you don't want to listen to us, then no. You're stupid, because we're entertaining. And if you want to listen to us, then come listen to us on Backbreaker Media.
Yeah.
Later,
he said.
Later, bitches.
Fans, welcome to this month's edition of PWA Radio. I'm your host, the legend T. James Logan. Sitting next to me, my co-host as always. What about Ivan?
Hey, how's it going?
And today, our junior intern, Alistair Dark.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Well, you know what, guys? Tonight is one of the fun nights, because we know the fans even go crazier when they know there's the graveyard set up. It's PWA Fright Night. And that's where the most frightening thing won't even just be the hot dogs and how you'll feel after eating 10 of them.
Oh.
No, I meant after eating 10 of them. You can't stop. 10 of them, you're not going to... It's frightful night.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyways, guys, tonight we have one of the biggest cards tonight, and they are a bunch of great matches. And so I thought we'd take a quick preview and think what we think of tonight's card. First of all, in our opening match, I believe we have Barry Grayson, newcomer from Storm Academy, against Mo Jabari, one of the guys who I think has been one of the breakout stars in the last 6 months. You know what? Junior intern, Alistair, what do you see in this match, and who do you feel has got the edge in going over tonight?
I'm going to go with Mo Jabari. He's been looking good. He's been on tear. Barry Grayson, he looks good. But Mo has a little bit more experience and a lot more love behind him from the fans.
That he does. What do you say, Ivan?
Barry Grayson, he's got a lot of heart. You see this guy, he obviously loves wrestling. He loves being here, and this is something that makes him very passionate. But passion is what Kid Chocolate has in spades. He is all about this. I'm giving it to Kid Chocolate, Mo Jabari.
Well, you know what? This might be one of the weird times all three of us agree. The one thing that Barry Grayson does not have a lot of is experience. He is freshly out of the Storm Academy. He's only have a couple months under his belt. He's progressing well. But Mo Jabari's been around for a little while, and this guy has shown us. He's even had a run here as a Commonwealth champion, I believe. He is a pretty high-flying exciting wrestler. I'm going to give him the edge just in experience. I think Barry Grayson's going to have a bit of a lesson tonight, but I see Mo Jabari going over. Next, the continuing battle between two women who do not like each other. And what women in wrestling do? I don't know. Kat Von Hees taking on Zoe Sager. Ivan, why don't you throw us on that one?
Oh, I mean, we've seen these two compete before, and I think that today we're going to see some more domination from Kat Von Hees. You know, she is pure strength, and she really uses it, and let's not forget, she's kind of a little bit angry with her opponent. So I feel that we're going to see a lot of destruction coming our way.
Alistair?
Well, Zoe's been playing a little mind games, trying to get under the skin of Kat Von Hees with some of the hatred that's going on in that one. But we got Kat Von Hees. She can beat the hell out of me, so I will never say anything bad about her. I'm scared of her, and I'm gonna have to pick her for this one.
You know what? You ever see when they have the big battle of fly versus windshield? Windshield usually wins.
Usually, yeah.
I'm hoping tonight, that, Zoe Sager has taken quite a few beatings at the hands of Kat Von Hees. I'm hoping today she's learned something, and I hope maybe this will be the surprise where the rock breaks the window. I don't know. My head tells me it's Kat Von Hees. My heart tells me Zoe Sager's got to find a way, and tonight just may be that night. It's a spooky night, and let's hope it's going to be a spooky good match. Moving on, we have the League versus the Above Average Joes. A very strange matchup for me. Above Average Joes, two very talented young men who have really shown their way through things, kind of finding themselves in the sometimes they're hard to take serious category, but they do have the tools. The League, well, Ivan has talked a lot and tried to explain to me what the League is all about, and I'm still unsure how two young guys are expecting others to pay dues, but whatever. I guess it's their thing. Tonight, I'm going to start off in saying this match will be a match that I think will surprise a lot of us, and I have my eye on the League tonight. I watched them last month. They did not have a successful match last month, but there's something about these guys, and I think the Above Average Joes, while they're dancing around and saying voila or whatever things and chanting, I think this be the night that they should have took a little more seriously. I don't think it's going to be their night. Alistair?
You know what? I have the same feelings. I like the Above Average Joes, but they don't take anything seriously. You know, they're just out there having a good time, and the League is they're getting down to business. You know, they're gonna come together tonight, and I'm gonna call it. They're gonna dominate tonight.
What about you, Ivan?
Well, so refresh me. What are your two guys' picks?
We just picked the League.
Both of you picked the League?
We picked the League because we just think that they're a little more serious attacking lately than Above Average.
You know, I think we saw some action with the Above Average Joes before. I think they had a little bump in the road, but I think because of that, they're going to come back stronger. They're going to focus on their game plan. I'm giving this one to the Above Average Joes.
And you think they can focus? Because sometimes I feel that's their bit of a downfall, is their lack of focus.
I think they reach, you got to reach that rock bottom, and then you can start building up again, and they're building their house.
Wow. Our next matchup, this is a hot match that a lot of people have waited a long time to see. The Thickness, Reed Matthews, finally getting his hands on the millennial icon, Colton Kelly. You know what? The millennial icon, it has been over a year since Colton Kelly and Reed Matthews had their fallout, as you could say. The Millennial Rebels finally turned. They turned on Reed Matthews. We thought that. Me and Ivan have talked so long about how he was the popular one in the group. For some weird reason, the fans latched onto him while hating the Millennial Rebels. When they lost their belts, Reed Matthews was the one who took the beating from Colton Kelly. He actually got put out for a while. He has made a comeback in the last couple of months, and he has taken every opportunity, usually with a chair, to chase out Colton Kelly. Tonight, he won his opportunity last month. We talked about that. Tonight, he has a one-on-one match. This is going to be an amazing match. Now, I know fans, Colton Kelly has acted a bit of a chicken shit heel here for a while. He's been ducking out, running. But let's look at facts here. The guy is legitimately tough. He's a great wrestler. When he concentrates on doing his job instead of aggravating everyone around him, he is very effective. Reed Matthews, he has a reason to be mad. Your best friend turns on you, puts you out. Yeah, that's got to put you in a sour mood. I think tonight is going to be a tremendous battle. And you know what? Before I make my prediction, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Alistair, what do you think of this?
This one here, is going to be violent. You're going to see bodies getting thrown everywhere. You're going to see stuff you haven't seen these guys do. They are not happy with each other, and I don't think we're going to see a winner. I think they're going to take each other out, and hopefully one of them can walk out at the end of the night, but I think they're both going to be in pretty bad shape and unable to continue. I think they're going to maim each other.
Excellent. Ivan?
I agree with that. I think it's going to be very violent. This has been building for so long, but I think at the same time we are going to see a new level coming from the thickness, and I see him standing victorious tonight.
Wow, this is the first one where the three of us are going to manage not to have the same agreement here. This is impressive. I tonight think that Colton Kelly has been lying in wait. He's been acting like he's the big coward, but he, I think, is relishing this opportunity. He has been very upset at Reed Matthews for a while, and this is his night. Tonight, I think he lays in wait. Somehow he squeaks out the victory and manages to aggravate, which he loves to do, aggravate Reed Matthews. The thickness is going to have, I think, one more night of I can hardly wait till next time I get him. Next up, folks, we have an interesting this is a triple threat match featuring the Millennial Mountain Titan versus Kenneth Anthony versus Bryce Sova, the Slammer, the Mayhem heavyweight champion. Now, folks, we've talked about this last month, the curious road to get to two members of the Millennial Rebels in here against one guy, but I think we've seen last month that the Titan isn't exactly 100% in the corner of Kenneth Anthony, and I'm wondering tonight if, looking at this match, I'm going to start my prediction here. Slammer, he's a heck of a champion. He's a tough guy. He's legitimately goes in there and he attacks. Kenneth Anthony, well, we know the games that guy plays. He does have skill. He does have talent. But it seems like lately it's been 80% trickery, 80% douchebaggery, if you will, and maybe 20% of actual wrestling.
That math doesn't add up.
It does, 80 and 20. Then, the Titan. Now, this guy's been the X factor for me because I haven't seen him a heck of a lot, but he is massive. And going in there, he's towering over both of his opponents. Now, you would think he is supposed to be the paid hand of the Rebels. Kenneth Anthony last month said he was going to take away his title shot, almost had Titan in his face, almost saw him going against the Rebels. This makes you wonder now, where exactly does he stand? Does he want the belt, or is he just going in there to run interference so Kenneth Anthony can take it? Well, I think, in my opinion tonight, it belongs to Slammer. I think that the Titan is going to be... Titan and Anthony are going to come to blows. Egos are too much on this team. I mean, these guys are fueled by egotism. And I don't think they're going to actually work together. They're going to try. Titan is going to try and do his role, but I think the opportunity for him to see his first belt, I think that might drive him a little over the edge, and I think that's the opportunity Slammer uses to take this match.
Well, how I see it, it's almost similar to you. I think Titan and Kenneth Anthony are going to have a miscommunication. They're going to come to blows for a little bit, and I think Slammer's going to try and take advantage of that, and he's going to pick Titan, and they're going to battle. Kenneth Anthony is just going to hide, do his chicken shit routine, and he's going to get in there and sneak a win.
Ooh, Kenneth Anthony for the win. I pick Slammer. Are we going the third here, or you agree with one of us on this?
Oh, I'm going to say I agree with one of you.
Which one?
Dun, dun. So I think that the Millennial Rebels have been a team for a long time. You know what? When you're a team, sometimes you argue, sometimes you bicker, but sometimes you work it out, and I think that's what's going to happen tonight. They've obviously know what they have to do. They're in the back. They're going to be planning strategy, and I believe we are going to see Kenneth Anthony win because the Rebels will work together as a team.
Ooh, this looks interesting. Next now, the PWA Canadian Tag Team Belts. Team Hall of Fame against Body Break. The team of two elder statesmen of the game against two guys who have done nothing but mocking them constantly across matches I've seen, them pulling all these kind of pranks, trying to get under the skin of them. Is tonight their night?
I'd like to say it would be their night, but I don't think that they're taking it serious enough. They are getting under the skin of the Hall of Famers. The Hall of Famers, they're angry old men. Like they're going to come and they're going to bring it tonight, and I'm going to give it to them.
Ivan, what do you think?
Yeah, you got to give it to experience. You have Body Break, who's been doing some shenanigans as time's been going on. But you got to remember, Duke and Chris Steele, they've seen it all. They've done it all. And so I don't think that you're going to throw them off their game. They're going to be still PWA Canadian Tag Team Champions.
You know what, folks? I have a very bad track record of every time in a big match, whatever side I pick about Team Hall of Fame, the exact opposite happens. Tonight, I want to believe that they're going to take on Body Break and beat them. Body Break has been obnoxious. They've even been more ridiculous than even the shenanigans you see from the above-average Joes. Team Hall of Fame take it very seriously there. I want to pick Team Hall of Fame, but because I did that, I've probably jinxed them, and it's probably going to end up being...
Damn it!
I know. It seems that when it comes to Team Hall of Fame, I can't win. But let's look at the main event finally. The Western Lions. Michael Richard Blaze, Brandon Van Danielson taking on Sheik Shabazz, the current PWA champion, and the weird marking of the Omen, Gabriel Lestat.
Well, we have Gabriel and the Sheik. They were killing each other a little while ago. I think there's still going to be some bad blood there. There's going to be a lot of mistrust.
A lot of blood in a Gabriel match?
Boo. Boo.
It is Halloween. Boo, those ghosts.
And Western Lions, they've been on the same page for how many years?
They've also been on other pages, too. So you're picking Western Lions?
I'm going to go with the Western Lions. They've got the experience, and they know how each other operate.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't even argue with that one. Western Lions, these guys travel together, they work out together, they do everything together. They are a team, and I think that's going to be one of the big things. Nothing against Sheik or the Omen in singles competition, but tonight you got to work as a team, and I don't think those two can do it.
Well, folks, looks like I'm going to disagree with our illustrious co-hosts here. I can't help it. I think this is it. The Western Lions, yes, they are friends. But let's not forget 2 years ago, the Best of 7 series where they were trying to destroy each other to prove who was better. Tonight, does that still linger in their minds? Or is each one trying to prove who's the better of the two wrestlers? Possible. Sheik Shabazz, he's on his roll right now. He just won the belt. He's got a lot to prove. And Gabriel, well, Gabriel has a lot of hate to the Western Lions. I think he hates the two of them more than he hates the one Shabazz. I think tonight we're going to see a surprising team win, and I think this will further maybe put some seeds in the future of the Western Lions. Well, folks, we'll talk after this. This looks like Fright Night. I mean, this looks even better than the Graveyard over there, this card.
I don't think that's possible.
No, it's not possible.
I know.
It is like a beautiful man and a woman embracing for the first time.
Oh, my Lord.
Form and Void come together to fill this event.
Well, there you have it, folks. We'll try and keep our eyes off the Graveyard, onto the match, and we'll talk about what happens later.
Hello, friends. This is Spencer Love, your host of Over the Top Rope on the Win Column Sports Network. Don't forget you can head to wincolumnsports.ca for all of your previews, reviews, and breaking news from the world of wrestling, be it your major promotions or from the great province of Alberta, Canada.
Fans, Fright Night is over. A bunch of unexpected and spooky things happened. Very spooky. Ivan, you were very spooky. I did not expect you to come out dressed as the Black Panther.
Yeah, you were pointing out that I covered my face, and that wasn't very much like me.
Well, you're so egotistical, I didn't think you'd want nobody not to see your face.
Well, that's true, but I mean, like, Black Panther was, like, a record-making kind of thing. Like, it was something that was on everyone's minds, and I felt that I really needed to do that in homage tonight. And
that was a movie, right?
Wow!
And our intern, our intern, what about Alistair?
Junior.
Our junior intern, dressed like Vampirella. Did not expect that.
Well, what can I say? I got the body. I got the belly, the bats, the boobs.
Fans, if you know how frightened I was for Fright Night. Anyways, let's take a look at tonight's card. Let's see if any of us got any of this stuff right. Matches were a little bit different order than we thought from the website when we originally got it, but let's take a look. In the opening matches, the above-average Joes beating the league. I was wrong. I know you, junior intern, you picked the above-average Joes, and I believe you picked the above-average Joes, Ivan.
Yeah, I don't make mistakes. So.
Well, let's I had my doubts when the Above Average Joes come out dressed like police, acting silly, doing their usual over-the-top shtick. I thought, these guys are not going to take it seriously.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, there was lots of shenanigans and silliness, but in the end, they got a little serious, including, did I catch that right? Did one of the Above Average Joes kick his opponent in the crotch before he was kicked?
That's what it looked like.
Well, that's kind of a surprising thing. What did you think of that, Ivan? Did that?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't ready for it, but you know what? Let's focus on the win because that's what I called correctly. So,
well, what did that win give? Also, I believe they get a title shot next month.
Yeah, at the Christmas Slam for whoever was holding the PWA Canadian Tag Team Championships.
Now, I got to ask, junior intern, do we take the Above Average Joe seriously in a title run?
No.
No?
I can't. I like my champions to be take their craft seriously.
Well, then are you in for a letdown when we get to the championship match? All right, moving on. Well, you know what about you, Ivan? Above Average Joes, are they serious enough to take a credible run at the tag team belts?
That's hard to say because, I mean, like, they do a lot of goofy stuff, but they're talented. Like, let's not take that away from them. So when you say credible, it's tough because, like, I think they physically can do it, but they do a lot of comedy. So
see, they've been floating around in that sort of lower mid card for a while, probably because they have made themselves a bit of a comedy team. Now they're thrust into the top card. They're going up against the champions, and we'll get to who those champions are coming up. Next, you know what? We didn't even see this match on the thing. We missed it.
Yep.
Sean Moore putting the PWA Commonwealth title against Ace Rivera. What did you think of tonight's matchup?
Well, I didn't know what to expect going in. This is the first time I've seen Ace.
Me too.
And he impressed me. He took a beating. He kept getting up. It surprised me some of the stuff that he was kicking out of. Sean Moore threw everything he had at him, and Ace kept coming. But in the end, Sean Moore showed that he had a little bit more experience and came out on top.
Ivan, what did you think?
Yeah, I've seen Ace before. I know that we kind of discussed that off air a little bit. I've seen him before. I thought he was okay, and again, good showing tonight. But yeah, Sean's a fighting champ.
I think if we had known, we probably would have all leaned towards Sean Moore because, let's face it, he's something special. He has got an intensity about him, and he has the athletic ability to back up that intensity. So, you know what? First time I saw Ace Rivera, he started off a little slow, jaw-jacking with the crowd. For the first, 3 or 4 minutes, I started thinking, well, maybe this guy doesn't have anything behind him. And then maybe something woke him up because he came on pretty strong there for a while. He came very close to beating Sean Moore, but Sean Moore walking away. Now, here's a match that I know we contested, all three of us. Kat Von Hees versus Zoe Sager. Now, we've talked a lot about Zoe Sager having about, maybe less than 1% of any kind of attacks during these matches. Tonight she wins. Once again, she gets the crap beat out of her. Wins by a very strange countout. Ivan, what do you think of this?
I mean, I was not really expecting this kind of an ending to it. It's kind of what I guess she would have to do against the power of Kat Von Hees. So, she did get that surprise W. So I think it's cool for her, but also unfortunate because I feel like Kat's going to be really ticked off now.
Well, let's face it, at the end of the match, Kat flipped out and chased her out of here. Zoe knew better than to hang around and fight it out. What did you think, Junior Intern?
Well, did you ever see that scene in The Simpsons where Homer became Krusty the Clown and the Hamburglar was stealing a Krusty burger and Homer beat the kid, or the Hamburglar, and you hear the kid say, "Stop, stop, he's already dead"? That's what this match was. Kat beat her senseless, and it was just a minor slip on Kat's part that cost her the match.
Now, was it smart of Zoe Sager to take this one? I mean...
No. I don't envy her next match. She's not walking out of the ring.
Well, once again, this time, the fly kind of made a little dent in the windshield, but I have a feeling the fly might be getting killed down the road. Next up, an exciting match for me, Mo Jabari beating Barry Grayson. Now, we all talked about it. I think all of us picked Mo Jabari to pick this just because of the experience factor.
Yeah.
And that did show through. Mo put on a spectacular showing. Barry Grayson actually showed me a few things, but his inexperience came apart at the end, and I think he just needs a little more seasoning to figure out how to get those wins.
You know what? I fully agree. Mo Jabari is phenomenal. He's a future star. And Barry, he's new. He shows promise. But like you said, it's experience. Mo just did a better job tonight.
As a kid who grew up in Grand Cache, I'm so surprised to you to admit he was from Grand Prairie. I think that broke my heart. Ivan?
Why is that?
Because I'm from Grand Cache. Grand Prairie's kind of the sewer for us.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, look at him pulling himself out of the sewer then. Good for him. Good job. That's heartwarming.
Once again, you throw me under the bus, Ivan. How I live, I don't know. Moving on, our triple threat match. The Millennial Mountain. Kenneth Anthony, all taking a shot at Bryce Sofa, the slammer, putting his belt up. The champion lost. I was wrong on this one. I thought the team of Anthony and Millennial Mountain would fall apart. It almost did, guys. It almost did. The Mountain did not look happy at the end of this match. He did the work. Anthony takes the win.
Yeah, like when you say he did the work, he literally did all the work. Kenneth Anthony, he didn't really do much. He kind of just sat back and let Titan do his thing and got in there and took the pin.
Ivan?
We talked about this. I figured it would be the Millennial Rebels pulling it out. They won. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens from now out because I'm thinking we might see the Millennial Mountain coming down on Muhammad there.
But you know what? I think Kenneth Anthony may not have thought this through. Now he is the Mayhem champion. He's kind of the chicken shit heel a lot. Doesn't he realize he's eventually going to have to be in one-on-one against somebody in a specialty match? He ain't going to have a third guy doing all the work for him. So might be an interesting, scary couple months for Kenneth Anthony. Moving on. The match we were just discussing earlier, Team Hall of Fame. Now, didn't I tell you? I came in here guessing Team Hall of Fame was going to win. And what happened? I jinxed it. I know that Chris Steele's waiting outside to kick the crap out of me with a baseball bat. I'm going to try and go out the other door. But tonight, the challengers, talk about comedy, bad comedy. I don't know what that was. Dressed up like Team Hall of Fame, mocking them, acting like they're old broken men. And then some creative use of a chair. That's all I'm going to say. The old Eddie, the Guerreros thing was going on in there with the throw the guy in the chair and pretend. Yeah. What does the ref do when he wakes up and all four guys are laying there and the chair's laying there?
That's true. It was like a quadruple Eddie Guerrero there. It was good. And I think tonight showed that maybe guys who screw around and play jokes, maybe that's the future of tag team wrestling.
Is this why it died? Is this why it died in WWE?
That's a good point, yeah.
Because let's face it now, all of a sudden now we have Body Break here. We've got the new champions who are kind of goofy guys taking on, next month, Above Average Joes. Wouldn't it be scary if we come in as a total serious former match, like just rules on?
If it's like a highly technical match, like 100% serious, like my mind will be blown. Like I will not be able to function after watching that.
I hope that doesn't happen. We need you, Junior Intern. There is no one else who would take this job.
That's true.
We're paying him in Russian rubles.
It was the pay.
Well, you know what? The intermission. There was a lot of cool costumes. That's one thing I like about Fright Night. I mean, people do come in for the graveyard, but they stay for the costume party. And the costume party delivered. Although I feel my pick was the zombie nurse girl. That girl looked amazing. And I don't know why you guys didn't pick her. I'm very disgusted.
Are you talking about the one that's a runner-up in the white outfit?
Yeah. Should have won.
They gave. I mean, it wasn't my call. We had.
It was Mo. Mo Jabari picked.
Throw him under the bus.
Yeah, it is Mo Jabari.
He's not here to defend himself.
I agree. What a douche. All right, moving on. We had finally a match that everyone was waiting for. It was kind of an explosive, but you know what? Nothing settled again. Colton Kelly managing to walk away without the thickness, getting his revenge. Now, a very interesting match with some very interesting stipulations.
Yeah, because towards the end, Thickness was losing it. He said he had enough. He wanted that match, and he said he could beat Colton Kelly. He could prove that he's better, and he could beat him with one hand tied behind his back. And then Colton Kelly jumped at that. I was like, deal, man.
Junior Intern, you think that was a good idea?
No, sometimes, in the heat of battle, you say some things that you probably shouldn't. You don't think it through, and that was one of those things. Now he's going to be in a no DQ match with one arm tied behind his back.
Wow, I don't know what to say about this at all. I knew Colton Kelly was going to pull something stinky. I knew it was going to happen. How the Thickness fell for it, he let his emotions get the best of him. Next month, he better use his brain, or he's going to be beat to a pulp. I'm sorry. He has put a humongous rock on his shoulder, and I don't know if he can carry that. But you know what? There is joy in Hooterville, because the main event, the Western Lions finally got a bit of comeuppance and lost cleanly to the team of Sheikh Shabazz and the Omen. I did not expect this. I'm going to be honest.
I did not see that coming. Especially with the tactics that the Western Lions were using at the beginning, with isolating Gabriel, keeping Sheikh Shabazz outside the ring, keep on attacking him on the outside so he can't get involved. But in the end, the champion and the Omen worked well together.
Well, I did call that, but in my heart I kept saying this is the Western Lions. I'm probably going to be wrong about this. When that pin happened, I got to tell you, I think I was more shocked than the Western Lions were.
Oh, 100%. I don't think anyone was really ready for that. It was kind of interesting to see those two work together the way they did. But then, that ending, Gabriel saying, you know what, I still want my shot.
And it leads to a very interesting situation. Next month at Christmas Slam, we're seeing Frankie Kazarian coming in not only to fight the champion Sheikh Akbar Shabazz, but now in a third-way dance added to this, the Gabriel Omen, who we'll talk about it next month when we get there and see what our picks up leading to this. But guys, this threw a whole new wrench into the situation for the title shot. I'm not sure how the situation is going to end next month, but I know I've got my culturally misappropriated co-host at the moment. Black Panther, man, come on. You might as well be Al Jolson with face paint on singing Mommy.
No, that's totally wrong.
And Junior Intern, those are fake boobs you're wearing. I am not impressed. No, this is a slightly disgusted Legend T. James Logan signing off with my good friend. What about Ivan? Last word?
Could you please stop burning crosses, maybe?
Junior Intern, I'm going to pretend I heard none of that.
I just want you to stop calling me every night and breathing into the phone and hanging up. It's kind of getting creepy.
You sent those pictures to start all of this.
Yeah, but come on now. Look at my outfit.
Fans, if you thought Fright Night was scary, you ought to see the video version of what we're doing right now. We'll talk to you guys next one.